Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here once again looking ahead to today's slate for the 28th of April. Once again, hopefully you guys all did pretty good last night. If you guys do go on to like the video, leave a like. I appreciate it quite a bit. And also hit that sub button as well. We will be doing NBA Fanduel lineup advice videos almost every single day for you, so definitely hit that sub button for sure. Yeah, man, last night wasn't too great for us. I mean, it was pretty good. We scored a 323. We did cash in all of my 50-50s. It was a really chalky lineup, unfortunately, so just didn't really go up the leaderboard a ton because everyone had that lineup for some reason. But basically, it was a three-man stack of Houston, couple Golden State guys, one or two Dallas guys, and it was very popular. So yeah, so we were 6 points off cash line. Like I said, we cashed in all the 50-50s. We had five guys score 20 in the 20s or less, and we still scored a 323. So, yeah, man. I mean, if you get five guys that score in the 20s and you're still scoring 323, it's still a pretty dang good lineup. So, and it was definitely some of the bigger guys as well, like Brogdon and a couple others. So, it was unfortunate. Like I said, I still take it in the 50-50s and just short in tournaments. But we'll definitely move on from that chalky day, and we'll definitely look ahead to today. I don't have MLB up yet because, as you see, it is really early of me doing this video. MLB is clearly in the cash easily. It's like top 10 or top 15 in double ups. Sorry, 50-50s. So easily cash in tournaments right now. Once that is final, check the Twitter if you guys want to see how we did. Definitely a W for tonight for MLB, so we will have screenshots of that on our Twitter. So, yeah, MLB won, NBA won in 50-50s. Came up just a little short in tournaments. But besides that, as you guys have been seeing, we have been absolutely killing it, both sports, especially NBA. And MLB has been cashing, I think, 4 or 5 times in a row right now. So don't sleep on MLB. I know it's not the most popular / the best sport to watch, but like I said, 4 or 5 in a row for in MLB. Come give us a shot for sure. So I'm just gonna pull this up right here. If you guys want to know how to get in on NBA or MLB, follow all this right. Well, not follow it, but this is what we got going on. If you guys want to get in, check out our Twitter in the comment section below. This is all your information. Whatever you guys want, all you need to do is once you're on Twitter, message us, and we'll get you guys all set up. And would love to have you guys for sure. Like I said, we have been absolutely killing it, and would love for you guys to come join us. And like I said, a lot of people that just signed up in the last couple days have already made their money back. So yeah, why not come join us and win some money with us? All right, well, so let's go get into it. We have a pretty big slate here today. Anyway, first game of the day is Orlando and Cleveland. I don't have a ton from this game. Should be like a 208, 209 total. I don't mind Chetty. His price is definitely catching up to him though at 5.5. More of a cash game play. Doesn't have a ton of real point upside here, so that's kind of what we're looking at there. So he's an okay play. Price has definitely come up on him. One guy, maybe if you straight are playing GPP and need someone to put in there, is Dean Wade. I do not recommend him in cash games, but he had 31 minutes last time out, 9-4, 2-1. This guy did have a couple stretches where he did start and it was okay, nothing too crazy, but he had a couple half decent games out there. The reason why I say that is because Larry Nance and Isaiah Harnstein are both out, so they're very limited at that power forward / center position. So I'd expect Dean Wade, kind of like last time, to get about 30, 35 minutes. Even if he gets you 18 to 20, 21, still going to do what he's supposed to. And that's mostly it, man. I don't really have anyone else in this game, so I guess Chetty, I guess in a couple one-offs. How's Bacon? 4K. Maybe look at him. He's playing big minutes, but he needs a couple rebounds and assists to really do anything. So I guess him. But overall, not really into that game besides Wade in a GPP and maybe Chetty in a couple cash games and maybe Bacon in a GPP. But overall, nobody that I must have. Atlanta and Philadelphia. Atlanta has a ton of guys that are injured. Trae Young's going to be hurt. Kevin Herter's doubtful. And then Collins is just coming back from injury. Capella's still dealing with a little bit of an injury. So I don't know. We'll have to see what the total is on this game. But Ben Simmons didn't play a ton of minutes on his way back. Joel Embiid didn't play a ton of minutes. So we'll have to see what they do here. I mean, if Trae and everyone is healthy, yeah, I'd probably put a couple in here. So I guess you can look at Simmons and Joel, but don't really have a ton in that one. Charlotte and Boston back to back for Boston here. They did lose against OKC. That lost 14 in a row. So kind of an embarrassing loss for Boston. But in their defense, they didn't really have anybody. So it's an early-ish game, so we should get the news on Jason Tatum. If he is out again, kind of the same guys like last night, Peyton Pritchard, Smart, and obviously Jaylen Brown, all three of those guys, and definitely expect them to have some ownership like they did last night. So those three are in play. Boston defense really is not looking that great, so I don't even mind looking at Terry. He was trash last night, but Terry, Graham, even Miles Bridges, those three right there. Washington is okay. Another guy that did not do great last night, but definitely could have a rebound, but he's 7-4, so a little much. So maybe a couple in that one, depending on that Jason Tatum news. LA and Washington in this one. This one definitely helps out the Lakers a little bit more than Washington. I don't think I'm really going to target Beal or Westbrook in this one. Kind of a harder defense for them. I think they'll do fine, but nothing too crazy. I do like looking at Dennis Schroeder. Should get you about 35-40 in this one. AD is not really playing a massive amount of minutes here. They'll probably keep him around 31 to 33. Might get you 35-40, but still not really touching him right now. And that's really it. Drummond, his minutes are taking a little bit of a hit with AD being there. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to have a ton in this one at all. Like I said, I do like Schroeder, but that's mostly it. Beal Westbrook, I guess, but I don't know. Like I said, Lakers pretty good defense. All right, we got Chicago, New York, another good defense, bad team that got going on here. D Rose at 6'2" is looking pretty good. I think he gets you about 30 to 35, maybe a little bit higher than that, but 6'2", very cheap for D Rose. Reggie Bullock, price came up just a little bit on him, so I'm not too into him as much. Randall's still at 9.9. I think he gets you 45-50, but I don't know if that's really what you're looking for. And another guy that I don't mind is Nerlens Noel. Had a bad one against Phoenix, but he's okay. Like I said, big thing with this dude is his blocks. As you see against Phoenix, he did not get any blocks, so he didn't do that good. So um, that's basically it with Nerlens Noel. If he gets his blocks and a couple steals, you're gonna get 5.5 times value from the guy. If not, well, you're probably not gonna do too great. So not the safest play out there. San Antonio and Miami. Once again, a couple injuries in this one. Derek White is out. Kendrick Nunn is questionable. Tyler Hero is questionable. So we got those two guys. I mean, I guess maybe that helps out DeJounte a little bit and DeRozan. But obviously against Miami, it's not really ideal. But DeRozan has been good, but that has been against really two crappy teams. Last time against Miami, he only had 25. Keep it in mind, he only did play 31 minutes, but still did not perform that great. Yeah, DeJounte just had a 60 burger at 7.5. What did he do last time? He only had 20. Yeah, man. Like I said, it's just not a good spot for San Antonio. On that Miami side, I don't mind looking at Jimmy and looking at Bam again. Jimmy's not too cheap, but um, kind of an all-around player. So I do like both of those guys as well. Portland and Memphis. Portland, oh my goodness, man. They got absolutely destroyed in the second half, and they rested most of their guys. Uh, they destroyed, in the second half against Indiana. So that's kind of what we got going on there. Yeah, so they didn't play a ton, obviously, in that second half. You can still look at Lillard, I guess, 8-1. I would probably go Ja Morant. I just like him. Anthony Simons absolutely went off for Portland. Shot 9 from 10 from 3-point land, which is absolutely insane. But obviously, that's not gonna probably happen again. We got McCollum at 7-7. Doesn't really do anything else besides score. Brooks could maybe have an okay game here, 28-30, maybe. Covington was another good play, and Nurk, I told you guys I liked him, and he was looking like he was going to be a good play, but only played 19 minutes because of the blowout. Yeah, if he would have got his 29 minutes, he easily could have got you a 45-50 bomb for you, but only got you 32. So he was still a good play. He was absolutely killing it in 19 minutes, but just the blowout happened. I'm gonna shoot. I don't mind going back to him here, but not a ton of guys that are really consistent on this game here. So that's the only thing that worries me. New Orleans and Denver in this one. Steven Adams is game time decision. If we get word he is out before, don't mind looking at Willie Hernan Gomez. Adams was out last game, and Willie had 34 points. So don't mind looking at him. Zion, GPP, I can see him doing half decent here. Don't mind looking at obviously Jokic. Michael Porter still too cheap at 7-7. Don't mind looking at PJ Dozier as well, and maybe a little bit of Lonzo. But like I said, Dozier, he's always up and down, man, with his scoring. Composito's been looking good on the assist side, so maybe give him a look at 4-3. Maybe go Compositos over PJ Dozier there. Utah and Sacramento. Utah did not look too great against Minnesota fantasy points wise. Let me see here. So Conley's out, so obviously Clarkson, Joe Ingles, and Bogdanovich. I know Ingles and Bogdanovich sucked, but a little bit extra usage for them here against Sacramento. We got to look at Tyrese again. Buddy, more of a GPP play. If Harrison's out, I don't know who they're really going to put in there. Yeah, I'm not too sure who they're going to put in there. Yeah, don't even mind looking at Rudy. I know he's been kind of crap too, but he's okay. Not too bad of a play, but not a priority. And Clippers and Phoenix is our last one of the night. Don't mind looking at CP3 once again against his old team at 8-2. I would probably pick him over like Lillard, so I don't mind CP3. Paul George is half decent spot. Really good defense. Obviously, he's taken on. My goodness, man, against New Orleans, he sucked really bad. I gotta put him in here. I know it's not the greatest matchup, but don't mind looking at Paul. Booker at 7-7, I think is still pretty cheap. And a guy that gets you about 30, 36 to 40. Hopefully this game stays competitive. As you can see, I mean, Booker scores a ton of points, just doesn't get enough rebounds, man. So only bad thing with him, I think Mikhail Bridges could be worth a GPP only because he's a boomer bust as well. But this guy's playing massive minutes, so maybe put him in there in a couple. Morris is just a little too much for me. Cousins, he got minutes last night, but overall he's not playing a ton of minutes, and that 5-6 is a little much for me. And that's kind of what we're looking at. So let me see what we got here. So like I said, CP3 or John Morant, I really like either one of those guys. Don't mind looking at Terry and a couple one-offs. I mean, D Rose at 6'2 is really cheap, and I don't think a lot of people are really going to go that way. Dragic has a favorable matchup as well. 8-6 and 7-3. Didn't shoot that great, but I mean, if Tyler and obviously none are out again, Dragic at 5K against San Antonio, I think he could definitely be worth consideration. All right, moving to shooting guard. Like I said, I do like George as your most expensive guy out there. Over here, probably go Halberton. I think Booker has the most upside, though. Halberton will probably be the safest slash probably highest own. If Tatum's out, gotta look at Smart and Clarkson again. Definitely would go Clarkson over Smart. Smart really did not do that great last night. He had 5 steals, so that's the only reason why he did anything. If he didn't have the steals, he would have got like 20. So Clarkson obviously has a lot more upside, and against Sacramento. PJ's an okay play. Compositos, if you really need someone really cheap. Moving on over here, I don't mind looking at Jimmy B. If Tatum's out, got to look at Brown. Will be very chalky. If you don't want to slash can't afford him, obviously you got to go Michael Porter. Bridges low owned. Chetty okay in a couple. Like I said, his price definitely caught up to him. Mikhail Bridges maybe in a couple as well. You see here, power forwards. Like I said, Randall, Zion. You can look at them. Are they a must-have? Definitely not. But mid-range to upper range power forwards kind of sucks. So you might have to go that way. Wow, there is nothing. Rudy Gay, maybe. Jeez. So I'm going to leave that open. Nothing that I'm really must-have there. Sinners, Jokic, Nurk, maybe. Let me see. Bam's okay. And then obviously, if Adams is out, Willie Hernan Gomez could be a half decent play as well. So That's what we got going on, man alive. Tristan Thompson was so bad last night. I had high hopes for him. I really did. They just didn't play the dude. I don't. I thought for sure they'd play Thompson, but he played 18 minutes. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Crazy for sure. So, anyway, that is what we got going on, guys. Once again, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it quite a bit. And like I said, if you guys are interested in MLB or NBA, here is everything you guys need to know is right there. All you need to do, hit us up on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section below. Click that link, message us. We'll get you guys all set up. And like I said, it was a loss for NBA in tournaments. It did cash in 50-50s. And MLB did cash everywhere tonight. I think like I said, that's 4 or 5 in a row for MLB. So definitely get in on either sport. We'd love to have you. And like I said, we are on one right now. So come join the fun and win some money. So, all right, guys, that's it. Once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys a little bit later on.